It's Yvonne Michel coming straight from the den every Monday. You're listening to episode 23, Words of Affirmations, 2 out of 6 series. You already know I'm bringing inspiration, advice, tips, and story times, a place where you can get good, honest content. And if you're new, hey boo! Alrighty, you guys. Welcome back to the second out of 6 series for What is Your Love Language? So, today we're going to speak about words of affirmation. Here is a slight recap of episode 22. All month is Love Language Month. This whole month of March, we are figuring out what our love language is. There are 5 types, and each Monday I am explaining what each type is. Today we're speaking about words of affirmation. This is to learn about what type you like, or to learn how you love your partner the way they want to be loved. So first, what is words of affirmation? It is a verbal acknowledgement of affection. There's constant I love yous, I'm proud of you, compliments, verbal appreciation, verbal encouragement, texting or expressing verbally on social media. You can have love notes like just simple words that you post on the refrigerator or like on the mirror in the bathroom, or just buying a card, and not just for holidays, you guys, just buying a card like you're awesome or something like that. Those are kind of like love notes, or just expressing how much you really do love and care for that person on just a random day, are just really good ways to show love for a person whose love language is words of affirmation. As I explained in episode 22, when I took that quiz on 5lovelanguages.com, it told me that my primary love language is words of affirmation, and I totally agree. I do love me some love notes. I do love random I love yous and verbal encouragement. I love just showing on social media how much you appreciate me, and it doesn't have to be social media itself. You can just text me like a random poem of just how much you really do appreciate me, and what I am a part of your life, and how much you value me and everything like that. Like, I really appreciate those. It does make me feel good inside, and it does make me feel like I am loved when that stuff is brought to my attention. And no matter if it's a random day or if it's the holiday, but I feel like it's more special when it's on a random day rather than a holiday, when it's considered normal to do those things. Anything written or spoken to your partner is considered words of affirmation. How to communicate with them is, 1, you want to show encouragement, which is just giving confidence to that person, giving them hope, giving them support where they need it. 2, you want to affirm. You want to offer emotional support. Let them know that you're always going to be there for them, and that even though they don't need you, that they have you, and just let them know that, I am here for you emotionally. You want to show appreciation. To communicate with them that way is to recognize their full worth. Let them know, that you are worthy and that you can do it. Like, you are capable of anything that you put your mind to. You want to empathize them. Let them know that you understand and share their feelings, that you understand what they're going through. And even if you don't, help them walk you through it. And let them know that, once again, that you're there for them no matter what. And lastly, you want to listen actively. That is really a big part of words of affirmation as well. Because it helps them feel understood. And like I said in episode 14, are you listening or do you listen? As is 2 titles for some reason. Says, show that episode basically says that you're showing how much you care about that person, that you're taking their time, they're taking the steps to actively listen to them. And one of those parts is active listening, is to meaning that you understand what they're saying and how they're saying it and why they're saying it. All right, so how to take action to those people whose love language is words of affirmation. Taking action is one, send an unexpected note of encouragement. Like I said, a love note on a random day, a text, a card. I love you cards. You know, I really do love cards. I save them. I have like a box of just all my cards that I've had since I was a child because I really do love those cards. They mean a lot to me. You went out your way to buy them, no matter if it was $1 or $6. I appreciated it, so I keep them. And do it often. You know, especially on random days, like I mentioned, because when they're randomly found, I even do this to myself. Like I would randomly put a note on my desk for the next day. I don't know how I'm gonna wake up, if I'm gonna wake up, you know, having positive information given to me or negative information given to me, and those notes just help encourage me. Take the time to have a note, like on the, like I said, on the bathroom mirror. When they first wake up, put a note on their phone when they first wake up. You know, those little things, it just helps them have a more positive day, especially people who love language is words of affirmation. That will just help them stay more positive and just look at life in a different aspect and to feel good each and every day because they have those words that will be there floating around them and they're full of positivity and they have no choice but to have a positive day. So yeah, do that often. Pay attention to like their clothes, their cologne, their perfume, their hair, anything that can change frequently. Pay attention to those things because when you notice those things about them, it just makes them feel good that you're like, oh wow, they noticed that I got my eyebrows done, or I'm wearing, like I colored my hair, or I'm wearing a new cologne that I never wore before. Like they notice that, and that makes them feel good, you know, because it's like, damn, like they're actually paying attention to who I am and, you know, what I usually do. And I mean, it's like, damn, somebody actually cares about me. So those little things are also a part of words of affirmation because the words that you're giving them, when you notice those things, gives them that fulfillment, you know, of encouragement and appreciation. Or an activity that you can do is building and I love this, I'm a strong believer in this, building I just forgot the words. Forgive me. Building a vision board, or mine is more of an appreciation board instead of a vision board. So mine has positive words on it, like that I literally cut out of different magazines that I got sent and never paid for. Like one of these, I'm looking at it right now. It says, being strong is never easy. Cutting out random letters that make a sentence. Oh, that was rude. My phone going off. My bad, y'all. Like random words like be perfect. This one says #born and made. This one says we weren't afraid to be black. Beautiful hair starts at the root. Hello, gorgeous. Talking beauty. Like I have a lot of different things here, and just that's my appreciation board or my encouragement board, or one of them just say control, like you have control. And I really, really, really like that. I think it's a really good idea, especially for people who like words of affirmation, because seeing that every day, especially if you put it in a place where they can see it all the time, that will definitely help them, you know, boost their confidence, boost their energy, make them feel valued in this life, make them feel worthy. And like I said in episode 22, I really agree when I found out that taking that quiz that mine was words of affirmation, because that's the exact reason why I started podcasting, just for encouragement, for positivity, for just advice, inspiration, tips, story times, to just express verbally, you know, to other people that, you know, you're an amazing person and you will always be an amazing person. Nobody can be better you than you. Awesome. So go ahead and like, comment, and share with your loved ones. I really appreciate it. It really does well. Thank you. So 5 ways you know words of affirmation is for you. First, you know that words of affirmation is your love language. when, but first, before I say that, listen to the words. Think of these questions when I bring up the 5 ways that you know that it's for you. So when you're listening, think, how do I show love? Is this how you show love? Is this how you want love to be given to you? The second one is, what do I complain about in my relationship? If you complain about these things in your relationship, that means words of affirmation is more like for you. And C, or 3, whatever, what do I request or actively need from my partner on a day-to-day basis? Do you ask for that person to constantly, hey, do you notice my haircut? Do you not like it? What are my clothes? You like it? Like, if that's something that you're constantly requesting for, then you know that words of affirmation is for you. Okay, so here's the 5 ways. 1, you like to hear I love you all the time. Those words are meaningful, they're special, and reassuring for you to hear. If you hear those book pages flipping, you already know. Real honest content, and real honest content comes with notes, and that's what I take. So yeah, ignore those if you hear it. 2, you really love to be acknowledged and praised. You love when your efforts are recognized with kind words, no matter how small or how big. It lets you know that you are valued. 3, the details matter. It feels really good when you change your hair, clothes. They actually pay attention and say something nice about them. It lets you feel very cherished and valued. 4, you feel valued when they take the time thoughtfully to comment on something positively, or make love notes, text you randomly, or just give you special messages here and there around the home or on your phone, no matter where it is or what time. Just randomly, especially when they're not holidays. And 5, when you do something nice for them and they say thank you, it makes you feel recognized and affirmed. And it just, when they say thank you, it just makes you feel like, oh, okay, they appreciate what I did for them. So yeah, that was the 5 ways that you know that love of affirmations for you. Remember those first 3 questions that I asked you to see, is this something that works for you? And is this something that, is words of affirmation your love language? So if it is your love language, yay, we figured out what your love language is, and this is what you love to have. You want people to be more appreciative of you, and you want to hear words behind those appreciations. If words of affirmation is not for you, that's okay. The next episode is acts of service, and we will talk a little bit more of that on the next episode. So on that note, thanks for listening to episode 23. Comment down below your reaction to today's episodes. Love you, Bill. Later, Bill.